Hello everyone, thank you for joining me. Cindy here from CLB Craft Creations, and today we have a 3D project for you. This is featuring our Curvy Keepsake die set, and I thought this was absolutely adorable, this cute little bunny. This is not my idea. I found this on Pinterest as well as some other sites just searching, and I changed it up a little bit from the one that I saw, but otherwise, it's a cute little Easter themed treat box. Good for a table setting for Easter or to give in your kids' Easter baskets or even at school. It's a cute little bunny. I mean, you could even use these as a party favor at a baby shower if you think you could do the bunnies and the chicks for that. So we're going to get started because we have quite a bit of things we need to cut out with the Big Shot. Again, I mentioned we were using the Curvy Keepsakes, the Curvy Keepsake Thinlit die. We're also going to be using the Flower Fair dies, which coordinates with our Flower Patch stamp set, but we're going to be using one of the leaves for that. And then I'm also using the Confetti, the heart border punch that's in our current occasions catalog. I had punched this out for Valentine's Day, and I have a ton of little confettis left, so I'm going to use the largest of the hearts for that for his nose. And I'm going to change this one up a little bit because the whiskers didn't turn out the way that I really wanted to, so I'm actually going to draw those on. Okay? Oh, and the owl builder punch. We're going to use that for the eyes. So let me get the Big Shot. Okay, and I've got my magnetic plate and my cutting plate. I've got my Whisper White paper, which I just have cut in half. It's 8.5. It was 8.5 by 11. I cut at 5.5, and I'm making 2, so it saves time because you can actually with the Whisper White you can get both pieces of cardstock through your Big Shot because it's thin enough. If you're not comfortable doing that, then by all means you can cut them out separately. Again, for me it was just to save time. And so I'm just going to line that up on my paper, put my other plate in, and then I'm going to run it through. Okay. And remember when you're doing this that you want to pop out these little pieces before they get too thick, because otherwise it has a harder time punching through the double layer. Okay, so those are okay now. We're going to go ahead and put that aside. We're going to go ahead and cut out the bunny's ears. I'm using the largest leaf in the Flower Fair framelits. And again, double layered on here, so I'm just going to layer that on the piece of scrap in there. Run that through. And then we have one more thing we need to use our Big Shot for. So there's our ears. And we're done with the white for now. And then I'm going to take the smallest of the leaf, and I'm going to use a piece of Blushing Bride. You could use Pink Pirouette with this if you wanted. I just happen to have the Blushing Bride hearts, so I went ahead and just matched that, coordinated that with that. Now this one, because the cardstock is a little thicker, I'm only doing 1 layer. So I have to run this through twice to get the centers of my bunny's ears. With our basic black cardstock, you could certainly use a much smaller piece than this. That's what I had handy. We're going to use the two, I guess the small and the middle size holes for his eyes. Let's give those a punch. And you will probably get some extra pieces in there. Save them because you could certainly use them for other things. Okay, so that is all actually we need to put this together. So here's our ears. We can go ahead and get our ears put together. And find my... Okay, so we just put a little strip of snail on our inside pieces, and then just towards the bottom. You can certainly make more for your bunny's ears if you'd like. This was just what I liked. I think most of the bunny's ears are white. And then we don't need that little black heart. Our Curvy Keepsake box. You probably want to give these a little curl just to kind of help round the actual box itself. And actually, before I do that, I want to, for the one side, now when you're doing your bunny, so for mine, I made the handle behind the ears like that. If you wanted to do it this way, you could, and then that face would actually be poking out. It's pure preference. So that's just how I made mine. So I'm going to put my face on the piece with the handle, okay? Because when you put your box together, they go handle to handle, slit, slit, okay? So again, I'm going to go ahead and just start constructing the face. I'm going to use mini glue dots for his eyes. So I'm just going to pop those on there. And his nose, and again, here's his tiny little heart nose. I didn't like the shape of the heart from the Owl Punch, but you could use that. I wanted a more rounded, nose. And that one just stuck to my thumb. Okay, and so I'm going to start with my heart nose. I'm going to try and center that the best I can. Remember, these glue dots are very sticky, so be careful. If you're not quite sure on placement, don't press them down just yet. Just kind of put it where you think you want it. And then I'm going to just eyeball, no pun intended, eyeball where I want to put my eyes, and those are definitely not centered. Okay, and I think that looks good. Okay, so now he's down. Now I'm going to take a black marker. You can use your Stampin' Right markers. You can use a ballpoint pen if you'd like. This just happens to be a marker that I had in my stash. So I'm going to just draw a little line coming down from his nose, and then just little lines out to make his little mouth. And then on my original, I had actually just had done a sliver of black cardstock, which is also fine. It's actually really cute because it's 3D as well. But I couldn't find my my liquid glue. My kids have been raiding my stuff. And the glue dot just didn't look right, so I wanted to try it with the marker. So I'm just going to take the fine tip of my marker, and I'm just going to flick, flick. Okay, I'm just going to give him four little whiskers, and then match it on the other side. Okay, those are not even. Try to make yours even. Again, it's a little harder to do things on camera. And then for my ears, I'm just going to bend the bottom little flap there. I'm going to bend that over, because this is how we're going to attach these to the actual box. Now I'm going just basically to the base of where the Blushing Bride piece touches the bottom. And I'm going to use glue dots on these too. Now, I'm not ready to use these quite yet. So I'm just going to put them on here, and I'm going to leave them on here until after I get my box put together. And then these will be our finishing touches. Okay? Oops, and I just took that one off. Okay, so those are there. Now I'm going to just take adhesive. You probably will, actually I'll use my Fast Fuse. If you need a little bit of wiggle room, then I would recommend using liquid glue. Again, I can't find my liquid glue. But when you do these, you just want to make sure you line them up. Turn them over if you want. You just want to make sure that you have clearance for the box to fold. So, okay, and then remember, I did not curve this one. So let's give this a little, just to be careful not to pull off your, I forgot to give him his little shimmery eyes. Okay, so using my white gel pen, I'm just going to put just a little sparkle in his little eyes. Okay, well, his whiskers are really off, aren't they? Okay, well yours will be better. I'm sure of it. Don't forget to fold down these little handle tabs before you... I'm going to fold those towards you. Okay, and then those two meet in the middle. Pull down that. Pull down your other side. And there's your keepsake. Isn't he so cute? I love him. And then you're just going to take your... Now, I'm putting these on the front, but you could put them in the back if you wanted. But right where you can see this obviously connects, we want to keep them on these outer layers. And I'm just going to line that up here to the side and just give it a little press where that glue dot is. I take my other one and I'm going to eyeball equal distance. I'm going to give that a little press too. Okay. Make sure he's secure. And there is our cute little bunny keepsake box. Isn't he just so cute? And here's my original. Again, I like the actual 3D whiskers, but just because of access to my supplies was limited, I decided to go with the ink on this one. And so again, just make sure that your whiskers are actually lined up properly, unlike mine. But there you go. It's so cute. And you could actually even add a little pom-pom to the back to give him a little tail. I didn't, but I've seen that as well. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed today's project. If you did, give it a like, subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment. And I will see you guys soon. Thanks.